Hey guys, in this video I want to walk you through how to create audiences for when you start launching your products and using the rebate funnels and making sure that when you're driving traffic that we are tracking those that are coming into the landing pages, right? So this is for the rebate funnels, and what I want to do, I want to show you how to create very specific audiences with very specific events so we know how to target them later on. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go and head over. Let me move myself from here and head over to audiences. I'm gonna try to actually make this a very small segments of probably 3 or 4, maybe, I don't know if we can fit it in 2 videos, but I want to make sure that you grasp the idea correctly and that you understand correctly how we create the audiences and then how we take these audiences and plug them into the ads to drive traffic to our rebate funnels. All right, so once we get to the business facebook.com, so go ahead and head over to audiences. We're going to create 3 types of audiences, right? So you head over to create audiences, go to custom audience. Once you head over to custom audience, you just choose the source to be website. Now, let me pause here for a second. We're driving traffic to a website. We're no longer driving traffic to a messenger thing. We're not doing the messengers. We're not doing the chatbots. We're actually driving the traffic into a legitimate website that will interact with these shoppers, gives them the instruction to buy the product, brings them back, and then they will verify the orders. So we need to capture every single movement that happens on that landing page, and that's why we're sending our source will be the website. So after this, you hit next. Now you have a pixel, and that's the cool thing. Again, we're setting up the audiences, and we are able to pixel them. Make sure that you add your pixel here. It should be coming with your Facebook account. And then the events, this is where things will start changing. We're going to start with the view content, okay? And then the retention is 180 days. So go ahead and put 180 days and refined by a URL. So now the URL that your funnel will come out of, if you are using the Brandumental software, it's going to come out of rebate door.com. Okay, you have to make sure you put this as your URL. Now let's make sure we name our audience, the first audience. It's going to be view content $180D. Okay, and then make sure, I'm going to write demo so we can find it. That's just for me. So that's the first audience we're creating. You don't have to, it's very self-explanatory. It's those that just landed on the page and have not done any other activity on that page or that lander, correct? So you're just going to go ahead and create the first audience. All right. And we're not going to do anything here. We're going to hit done, and we're going to go over and create a new audience. Remember, we're going to create 3 audiences with 3 different events. We're going to go do exactly the same thing. We're going to hit website as a source, hit next, and then make sure we do the 180 days. And then go to initiate checkout. Similarly, we're going to add this as an initiate checkout. 180, and I'm just going to type demo so we can find them. and then just hit create audience. I'm going to do the same thing. Last but not least, which is the most actually important, is the final audience that we're creating is the purchasers. And I'll explain to you why it's called purchasers. Because we're sending traffic to Amazon, right? So I'm going to use the purchase, do 180, and then refine by URL. Actually, I forgot the URL in the next one, so we're just going to go ahead and fix that. .com, rebatedoor.com, and then we're going to call this purchase 180 demo. Then hit create audience. So now I created 3 audiences. We're going to use these, and we're going to start compiling the people that actually buy the product via the rebate funnels. They're going to start fitting into each of these buckets. So we basically have built the right and the correct foundation to make sure that we track where the people are going. If people just viewed the landing page and did not do any action, then we know that they will fit under the view content. Those that actually went on and clicked onto the Amazon link, they initiated checkout. That means we know that they took that next step and went into your Amazon listing. And last but not least is the purchasers. Those who purchased your product and brought back the order ID number, came back to our landing funnel or landing page, will have to insert that that order ID number. Then they will be tagged as purchasers. I think we need to make sure this one is updated. So if we come here, from what I remember, I think I did not add the refine by a URL, rebatedoor.com. All right, guys, I want to make this actually very small and make it into chunks. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this video, and then the next video will show you how to actually create the campaign with the naming conventions, and create the ad sets, create the ads themselves, how to create the creatives, and kind of give you a nice repository that we created. Actually, I'm going to show it to you right here really fast. We have a swipe copy that I'm going to share with you. This is something that we wrote here in Brandumentals. These are the campaign naming conventions that we have, the ad set naming conventions, the ad name naming convention, and the swipe copy that you can use that has been proven to be very powerful. We've run probably over $100,000 worth of ads, actually hundreds of thousands, on these specific ads for rebates, and it's been powerful. And we always update. So this swipe copy you will have access to if you have the software. You also have this nice, beautiful repository that we created, and this is where you can get to choose a headline, a body, a creative, and mix and match and see which one is doing well. And we also created, we went a little bit more granular. We created an ID number for every single ad set that's being run, so you will track which one's performing the most, what is the combination that's being the best option, and you can double down on that. All right, I'm gonna see you in the next video. I want to try to make this a little under 10 minutes.